Hey, what's up, everybody? It
Everybody,
is
it's
Sunday,
Sunday.
December 3rd, 2023. And welcome to a brand new episode of the Now Mind You podcast.
Pew, 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 pew,
Buckshot,
pew.
buckshot, buckshot. Right? This is episode 97 manga. We're your hosts. I'm TJ.
I'm Matt.
And I'm Bryce.
We're back. As far as announcements are concerned, peep our weekly manga caps. Check out our Instagram. Check out the flow page because it contains like basically anywhere you can find us. But if you want to go where everything is like kind of centralized, hit up the Instagram. Other than that, as far as the docket is concerned for today, it's a thin one, right? But it's still pretty substantial. We got Hajime no Ippo, we got Sakamoto Days, we got Jujutsu Kaisen. We'll talk about our favorite chapter this week, and then we'll go into our talk of the week, which is honestly a very interesting one. Whoever wants to introduce it, please, please, please. What is it, fellas?
We all basically took the 16 personalities quiz, and then we
went to therapy.
Right, basically. We took our results, and then we found anime characters that also have the same personality type. So we're going to talk about that.
Yep. Without wasting any further time, Matt, take it away with Ippo.
Itagaki Damas. So this is chapter 1442 called Where the Flames Go. So picking up where we left off, Itagaki pretty much has created a firestorm on Twitter with this bogus ass picture that he posted of Mashiba getting punched in the face during his sparring, during the time that he sparred with Ippo. And instead of trying to quell the fire, he continues to go back and forth with all these different people, only to find out that one of the people that continues to go back and forth with him is actually Kimura, who is standing on the roof arguing with this man on the other side. Basically the whole time that they were arguing, like that he's arguing back and forth with him, because he was so busy arguing with Itagaki, he wasn't paying attention that Aoki had his two underlings basically tracking on a tower, like tracking the tower to try to ping the signal for where the tweets were coming from. He was literally standing like 2 feet away from them. They said his name out loud. like he's so stupid. Like the internal shit in they gym sometimes is hilarious. And then after that, we end up at Takamura's dirty ass house, and he's there with this is that guy that's usually outside of all the fights, right?
Basically, I don't think this is the right term, but he's kind of like the town homeless dude.
Basically, yeah.
And wine enthusiast, if you will. Yeah.
Either town drunkie.
Kinda, yeah. And then Itagaki's pops. So essentially, Takamura's two friends. Two people that Takamura at least respects because they both have made him laugh. And especially for those of you who have ever watched the anime or even read the series early on, from Itagaki's father having his face off with Takamura at the train. But at any rate, do you remember that shit, TJ?
It's been a long time, bro.
Oh man, I hate that I'm having this memory by myself. Bummer. Anyway, now
I'm
that
sure,
TJ
I'm sure,
killed
the, I'm
that.
sure the comment section.
But if I recall correctly, it was like a pun off.
Yeah, pretty much. But they did it. It was like a face off, like there was a problem, and because Takamura heard Ippo say that Itagaki's dad was the funniest guy he had ever met, and Takamura took that personal because he didn't think that was right. But ultimately, the whole back half of this chapter is the three of them trying to make each other laugh. Ultimately, they all do. And, the chapter ends. It's a blow-off chapter. And then I'm sure this pissed TJ off because it did piss me off. Break next week. However, I know that it's going to probably pick up right after that. And with that, I will pass it to TJ.
Man, what the fuck was this chapter, dog? Because, man, you kind of scurried through that back half of the chapter, man. Like,
I sure did. I was hoping you were gonna let me.
It's on brand for Ippo. If you've been reading or watching the Ippo series, there are gonna be dick jokes. It's just what it is. And that whole back half of the chapter was essentially that in somewhat of it's like just Morikawa fashion. It never ceases to amaze me that for one, Takamura is world level, world champ. And for two, he comes from wealth. Why is he living like this? Like, I mean, despite the fact that he refuses to help, to receive help from his family, that we know that for a fact, right? He's like, I'm gonna forge my own path. That's been his thing. But it's like, bro, you are a world champ. You can't pick up your trash, dog. What is this? You ain't got no climate control in the crib. Like what? Anyway. First half of the chapter was pretty wild too. Like with Itagaki and Kimura, it's just like, Kimura, come on, you're out here trolling. Like, I don't know what I want. Like, I want this nonsense to be done with. This is blow up nonsense, but I'm assuming we're probably gonna dive into Mashiba Rosario, or we might get a check-in on Sendo, because technically speaking, he's prepping for a massive fight. But yeah, that's where I'm at with that. I'm gonna call an audible, and I'm gonna ask Professor Bryce to lead us into Sakamoto Days. Because viewers, as you know, and of course my teammates over here, my homies know, Bryce usually gets Chainsaw Man, right? Or what was the other one you usually get sometimes, Bryce? Taiju number 8, right? So it's like we don't have either of those this week, and we have 3 chapters. There are 3 of us. Go ahead, man. Take Sakamoto.
So we going into Sakamoto Days. Chapter 146.
Wow, bro. Wow, episode, huh?
Whoa,
what usually has episodes? What usually has episodes, man? Animes,
I'm sorry.
Man, it's crazy. Dan got an anime announcement. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I just think it's funny how, Sakamoto
is
Days
at least a rumor.
Longer.
It's a rumor. It's rumor.
It's whatever. It's whatever. Go ahead, Bryce. Go ahead.
It's whatever. I'm sorry, TJ. I didn't mean to do that to you. I really did. But we going into chapter 146. We are following up from last chapter where Shin and Mafuyu, right? They ran into some trouble. Of course, they got they get knocked down by who will soon be the most popular goth. The T-1000. Me and Matt called it right. We said that let me go into it. The T-1000 was taking them down, and of course, Big Brother Seba showed up with like a freeze bomb and froze her. And as Matt and me predicted, she literally took one panel and got out of that shit.
All she did was breathe, bro.
All she did was breathe. This lady is a motherfucking monster. That will not be stopped.
Sorry. Ooh, that
ain't stop. Won't stop.
I don't know if we could quote that anymore.
That's you're right. You're right.
I'm sorry. We might have to edit that out.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool. Hey, we the stories have been around. It is what it is. So Osaragi, after breaking out and seeing Seba like appear, thinks he's a ghost, which is absolutely fucking hilarious. So that gives them a chance to escape. So now, which is like a funny panel, Mafuyu's laying there. Shin, Seba, and Kaiji, they're just like, they pick Kaiji up on the fucking way, which is fucking hilarious. But basically, they get down to the nitty gritty. what's that dude's name? The reindeer dude, Kashima.
Yeah.
Kashima informed Big Bro what was going on, and so because of course Sakamoto's group had no way of fucking disarming the bomb, even if they had a way to stop it. He tagged along and he showed up just in time. And of course, we have like this sweet moment between Mafuyu and Seba Natsuki. That just like, yo, like I did this for you. He's like, yo, you didn't have to do that. I was just gonna escape anyway, and our dad would have never found us. And that's why I built this cloak machine, which is dope and it's a good callback. But get down to it. They convince Mafuyu to let them take the bomb out, and so they finally do it. And of course, we go back to a scene with X, talking about it with Carolina Reaper, the bomb, the plan, really, how in case Mafuyu died, the bomb would still go off. Kaiji hears that the bomb is still set to go. And so Shin wraps it in something. I don't know what he wrapped it in. I'm thinking it's just like a random piece of paper, but he just wrapped it up.
His coat or some shit.
Yeah, his coat or something. And then he throws it out the window with himself outside with it. I just noticed that. And then the bomb goes off and Shin's still kind of in close proximity. So Shin's about to get fucked up. But just a good standard chapter, just kind of keeping the action going. I thought this was pretty interesting, the fact that the bomb is kind of out of place so quickly. But this makes things even more interesting because now everyone's going to be on notice. X's group is going to know that the bomb went off and it didn't kill anybody. Sakamoto's group, clearly they know that they took care of the bomb, but now everybody and now the JAA knows that somebody planted a bomb and that there's people here causing a ruckus. If they didn't already, I mean, they figured it out because of the fight with Shin and Mafuyu, but now, a bomb just went off. So how this plays out next is going to be very interesting. I'm hoping that we're going to start getting other characters that we know are kind of in play that just aren't on screen yet. For example, Mr. Hardboiled himself, Satoru, maybe he'll show up.
Oh, you mean Yotsumura?
Yeah, Yotsumura. Hopefully we'll get more people. Maybe we'll get Takamura. Maybe he took his meds and got some yogurt, so maybe he'll be in a better mood.
Yogurt? Sorry.
No, I mean, it'd be like that. But yeah, it was a good chapter. It was a fun chapter. I give it 4 out of 5. Sakamoto Days never disappoints. So, thank you, TJ, for letting me do it. But I'm a pass it on to you, good sir.
Oh, thank you, and it's my pleasure, man. I thought, for one, all joking aside, with the episode versus chapter, I do want an anime announcement. Come on, man. We're like about to be 150 chapters deep.
Can you imagine Sakamoto Days, Dan to Dan, and Kaiju number 8 having an anime debut at the same time?
We're gonna be eating. We're gonna be eating. I thought the chapter was shorter than usual. I could be tripping. I thought it was like 15 pages, which is like, that's short for Sakamoto Days, but it was still really fucking good. Osragi is 100% on the spectrum. To be that good with the circular saw and that strong, but like that countryside, like goes was chopped like as hell. Natsuki and Mafuyu, I feel like this is the first time, other than a flashback, where we've seen them in the same place together.
Yeah.
And I thought it was beautiful how we immediately get the call back to the promise made between brothers. Well, really, it was like a one-sided promise. Mafuyu taking it on himself to kind of save his brother's dream. But Natsuki be like, bro, what are you doing? You don't worry about the fucking order. Like, I already got us like a little spot out in Jersey, bro. We can outrun dad, and he's a third-rate assassin anyway. Man, fuck his bitch ass. Which I thought was like kind of heartwarming and cool in its own way, like older brother taking care of little brother. And then, of course, removing the bomb from inside of Mafuyu was crazy, but also Mafuyu being like, hey, bro, at least, sterilize the instruments. Germaphobe to a T. And then lastly, but not least, I also agree with your assessment, Bryce. It'll be great to see what's going on with Mr. Yotsumura, who is, in deep cover right now under Nagumo's orders. Amane is on the scene, and we know that Amane is tailing Shishiba because he was like, hey, ain't that the nigga that was with my daddy? So it's like, keep an eye on that. And then I think it would be crazy if Sakamoto either shows up when his son Sheen is about to get blown up and throws like a manhole cover, or fucking sniper dude, the sniper member of the order. How am I already forgetting his name? What if he snipes the bomb and just shoots it off the trajectory or some shit? But I don't know. There are tons of possibilities. It is definitely, it's like Sheen's got way too much plot armor to pass away from this. But if he did, holy shit, that'd be a crazy twist. I'm not rooting for it. Let me just put that on. Let me just put that out right now. I'm not rooting for that, but we're in the generation of Jujutsu Kaisen and Tatsuki Fujimoto being allowed to do things. So who knows, right? With that, Sheen is a real hero, and I'm gonna pass it over to Matt.
I'll second that. Sheen is a real hero.
Real hero.
And Natsuki is too, for that matter. Also, who would have thought she would be scared of ghosts of all things?
I mean, she's from the country, dog. Spirits and whatnot.
I mean, she's killed a lot of people. If ghosts come back to her, she gonna have a problem.
That's very fair. That's actually the realest take ever. And I rest my case. Also, I thought the chapter was short. It's all hell. I definitely was like, I flipped the page and was like, huh? But that's it. Yeah, I don't have much to add. You guys covered it pretty well.
Yeah, it just felt like a transitional chapter. That's really what it was. Like, okay, time to take care of this bomb, and boom, done.
Maybe it was just like, let's hang it on a literal cliffhanger or bomb note. You know how like they'll do for TV shows and like action shows? Because honestly, it's felt like, not felt like, Sakamoto Days is definitely drawn from a lot of action tropes. So, yeah. Shall I take us into Jujutsu Kaisen?
I think you should.
All right. Jujutsu Kaisen Geigakutami, chapter 246, I believe. Wait, hold on. Let me just make sure I got that right. I don't want to lead us astray. Because, people will be in the comments. Because how our comments are always popping. People will be in the comments.
Hilarious.
Chapter 244. Sorry about that, y'all. Had to check myself before I wrecked myself. But chapter 244, titled Inhuman Makyo Shinjuku Showdown Part 16. Where do we leave off? Yuta came in with the Wu-Tang sword. Summary. In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups. The police, who investigate crime, and the district attorneys, who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories. Dun 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 dun. My thoughts, review, or whatever. Alt title: Law and Order Special Grade Curses. What's wild is how vast the gap between a grade 1 and a special grade is. Kusakabe, basically the guy who's now turned into a glorified man in a chair, he's been the last time we saw him in action was during Shibuya. He's a grade 1 sorcerer. That's basically the last grade before special grade, and that's top tier Jujutsu wizardry. And he doesn't even really have a domain expansion or innate curse technique. He's just handy with a sword, and he knows how to manipulate some curse energy. But even he's you know what? I'm outclassed physically. However, I do have a lot of experience. So here's what I can give y'all: strategy. And it's been useful. What was crazy too was reading this flashback and seeing Kashimo. And I'm I was like, hey man, fuck all this shoot the fair one shit. It's my turn, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, man, I got some bad news for you, Playboy. Yeah.
You know how bad it is when nobody believes you can be somebody else?
Hey, right? These niggas straight had the plan with him dying in it.
Yeah, it's you guys
he's just wait, y'all making this plan I'm not finna go out there and fight that nigga.
Bryce,
Bryce, we want you to
Right.
Hey, it's like, hey, y'all making this spell. We not in here. Bryce like, so wait, do I get the red one or the black one then? It's like, get the red one, Bryce. Like, yeah, it's fine. So, all right. I just had to be sure. Like,
they really just discounted him from jump.
Niggas is like, yeah, Gojo might die, but like,
right.
so when after this nigga get clapped,
like, bro, like you're really not him, bro.
Right.
You man, if there was ever a moment to realize you was not that
it was
person.
that moment, and then knowing what we know now, reading that flashback, I was like, ooh, like just like ooh.
Listen, when they didn't show Gojo's death, they were sparing the fans. When they didn't show, gosh,
it's just to make a point of how insignificant he was in the face of
it was
Sukuna.
like Kashimo fighting Sukuna would have been like in Avengers when Thanos showed up. It was like Thanos showed up, and then the next scene was when he sat back and just looked at that garden. Like, damn, what happened? Did they win?
Whoa. Yo, wow. All right. Shit, my head hurts from laughing too hard. Hold on, y'all. It's just like this overall consensus that Kashimo wasn't shit. But I think this chapter kind of gave a little bit more weight to a theory of Yuji having a blood-based curse technique, especially with him training with Kamo and Choso. Him being like, hey man, Choso's a shitty teacher, bro. Thank you, Kamo, who by the way is dipping out because he's like, you know what? I don't think we're gonna make it, especially if Gojo dies. I want to be with my family. But I'm still not ruling out that he might have some type of similar body switching. I wouldn't go as far to say like he has a body hop ability, but at least a body switching technique that a lot of people on the internet, Bryce put me onto, have been speculating could be another one of Yuji's techniques. Especially, I mean, he's the son of Kenjaku at the end of the day. It shouldn't be out the realm of possibility. And I don't know if I said this, but I do not blame Kamo for dipping out to be with his family. That world is too fucking wild. Bro, when they started trying to figure out the statute of limitations on Sukuna's crimes, and they're like, actually, he's been committing crimes for thousands of years. Like, I was just like, yo, what the fuck?
He's not new to this. He's definitely true to this.
It's like, yo, Judge Man wouldn't know where to start. Like, if anything, Judge Man is so random. Like, you're trying to like roll for the death penalty when it comes to Sukuna. You could just pick up like a misdemeanor or like a property damage, right? As opposed to murder case leading to a death penalty. I also think it's crazy that Judge Man is a Shikigami, but the Jujutsu world is so wild that you can have I mean, we saw this with Maharaga, but you could essentially have a Shikigami that at the end of the day is an extension of you, and you can't even fucking control it, bro. There are way too many Kid Buu like Shikigami in the Jujutsu world. Like,
and there's a nigga like Toji.
Yeah.
You think he can stop Maharaga?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Wow.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna just keep it a bean. Toji's my answer for everybody right now.
If he had 30 minutes and a Rolodex, he could do it. He just gotta play his shit.
Toji needs prep time.
He just needs prep time.
Toji with prep time.
That's a scary thought.
If you give that nigga Google, he's invincible. Google in 10 minutes. No one can stop it.
All right. I want to see Sukuna just say, I plead not guilty, just to see what would happen and see if he had the audacity to say some bullshit like that.
He goes up and goes like,
I bet you Sakota's just gonna be like, first off, fuck your court. Second off, I did that shit, and then he kills the Shikigami. Just the energy that
he can't kill it because like once the trial starts, it negates any powers you have.
Yeah, there's no violence in there. You can't do shit to him.
I feel like Sakota will find a way. He's that.
I'm not putting it past.
Sakuna finna be like, fuck that execution sword.
He gonna take the sword. That's what he gonna do.
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something.
He's got a mouth stomach, man.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. He got a mouth stomach. You're right. They've already established during the fight with Gojo that the thing that he and Gojo established is that the rules don't apply to them. They both look directly at like, hey, you can't do this, and then they do it. So, and he also seems to learn techniques the first time he comes across them.
Yeah.
The motherfucker just really needs just a way through.
He's like your worst case scenario Kakashi.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that. I think Toji would have a problem deal with Sukuna. But I'm not trying to open that door. I just think it wouldn't be easy for Toji. I really want to know how this courtroom scene is going to play out. I feel like Okotsu has got to be hauling ass to get back. But I really want to see what Kenjaku's contingency plan is. Like, let's not forget his eyes were glowing. And he's like, my will live on. And obviously the whole plan is to get Tengen to merge with humanity and just unleash chaos. Ain't that some shit? Dude is like, yeah, I'm just going to merge humanity with Tengen just to see what would happen. He's not going to see it, but he's like, hey, ain't no sweat.
Bro, you not even going to be here
sweat.
to see this shit. Why would you set a contingency plan?
He's like, ain't no sweat. I'm going to still have a way.
You're an asshole, man.
He's got like a whole contingency TiVo just in case.
Oh, man. Bored niggas are the scariest niggas in all of anime. Bored niggas.
Every time, like that is proven more and more to be true. Do the gauntlets on Yuji act like do the gauntlets on Yuji act like tentacles? It seemed like he used them to restrain Sukuna and also pulls himself to Sukuna to do that black flash, and Sukuna was like, the fuck just happened? Or did I misread the panel, and could that have just been Higuruma? Because it also looks like Higuruma's gavel can just morph into whatever he needs it to do in the moment. Also, we got to acknowledge something about Higuruma, because Jesus, like, look at how far he's come as a curse user in a very short amount of time. He wasn't a curse user before the Culling game. The Culling game was his debut, and he's been racking up like crazy experience since. Like, if we look at the beginning of the chapter, he's up there floating with Yuji over stomach mouth, bro.
I think he's just a genius, like, because he's so analytical.
Well, hold on. This was a crazy ass chapter. I open the floor to y'all. Matt, I'm gonna pass it to you.
My bad. Yeah, I was just gonna say, I just think it's because he's so crazy analytical. I agree with you totally. There was just like, we just barely got introduced to this guy, and he's like a major player now, like a very serious piece of everything that they got going on. But I also feel like a character like Higuruma even existing is the like what we like about Jujutsu Kaisen. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the ideal. Like, that's the goal for Jujutsu Kaisen, is that, right? Because like, and what I mean by that's the goal is that the power system is in such a way that a guy like Higuruma is gonna put the king of curses like in a situation where he really could die.
In theory. In theory,
but I'm just saying.
I know. I feel you. I feel you.
The fact that even is a thing. You know what I'm saying? This is a person that's the strongest person that they got.
Yeah.
This is, you know, at least for what we are supposed to believe, the final boss. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And this is a guy that, though, I mean, you know, granted, I mean, that's again just the power system. He's a special grade.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's all I'm saying. It's like I just like the variety of the powers in this universe, and the fact that there's like potentially a non-violent solution. Not saying that I don't mind them fighting, but I'm saying like there's a whole other way that they figured they could go about this, because they already don't want that drama.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what happens when you go get your big brother to handle it and then he get his ass killed? Then you like,
oh, yeah.
Now, bro, looking at you like, okay, so what's next? Nothing. Stop looking at me, nigga. Shit. Anyway, Bryce, go ahead. That's on you.
I'm just confused because now, like, this nigga's he's a lawyer, right?
Yeah.
Why does he have hands like this?
He was stressed out.
That don't answer the question. What?
He had to be a public defender when he started out. That's how he developed his hands.
So being a public defender, he got Jujutsu Kaisen level hands.
He had judicial hands. He handing out justice. What the fuck?
Like this nigga came into the battlefield with a big ass gavel, hammer, just hold
what's
that
up?
shit. And he's strong enough to hold one of Sakuna's arms back.
Well,
who is this nigga?
We did get like a brief glimpse of a training arc. Remember, Bryce, when we thought that Yuji was like, "You got that, Itadori," or that controversial ass panel that we reviewed that one time.
Yeah,
when it was him training, I wouldn't be surprised if Higuruma got some work in too.
All right, well, shit. Who trained him? Because these motherfuckers, he just came up very quickly. I mean, all right, that's really my only thing.
I would wager it was Maki. I feel like you either level up if you train with her or you die.
Maybe Gojo put some time in.
Word to Yuta. Word to Yuta.
Word to Yuta.
Would y'all be mad if Higuruma activates this fucking? He activated the court case, and then the Shikigami look at Sakura, be like, "Sakura, fuck you doing here? What the fuck are you doing?"
Yo, Blue.
Yo,
Judge Man has to recuse himself because it's a conflict of interest.
Sakura, like, yeah, I didn't.
Oh my god!
I done said this curse before, bro. This don't work.
He look at him, Judge Sakuna, like, Darius, is that you?
Darius.
Darius, it's Judge Man now. Oh, is it?
No, it's Darius.
Yeah, no, it's Darius. It's
back
like,
what
the fuck is happening right now? What's happening?
That's when you quit. That's when you quit.
He just like, why don't you tell them what I know, Darius?
You gotta be like, you know what? I don't even want to do this.
We gonna go ahead and
this
get
case
up out
right
of here.
I don't even want to deal with this.
Not guilty. I don't even know why y'all be bothering me.
Don't call me no
like,
more.
Judge Man, why are you sweating right now, bro? What's good?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
It's like, bro, you ain't got no collar. What you pulling on your collar for, bro?
It's like, how was my domain closing?
Yeah, like, what is happening? Did this case just get thrown out?
You're like, you know what? Give me your gavel. Give me your gavel, nigga.
How Judge Man ruled this a mistrial? What's the hell? He's my Shikigami. Like, this makes zero sense.
Was.
It was.
Oh.
Yeah. That's just my 2 cents. I think we've all covered it. Very interesting. How this plays out next will be very interesting.
Yeah. To piggyback off of that, and also a reminder, do not have hope.
Nah, there's no hope in this goddamn series.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that people that watch the anime finally figured that out.
I see they caught up to Kugisaki and Nanami, and I'm just like, yeah, y'all, it's only gonna get worse.
Yeah. But you're gonna have a good time.
I mean, that's relative.
What was y'all chapter of the week?
Oh, my chapter of the week. I think I'm going to have to go One Piece.
Was there a new one this morning?
Oh, right. No, okay. So last chapter still hitting me. Okay. Nah. I'll go. Ain't nothing really here. I'll go Jujutsu Kaisen. I'll go Jujutsu Kaisen. Just because it's like an interesting setup. They got Sukuna in the fucking courtroom. How this plays out next is gonna be exciting. But I hope to God we don't get any more dialogue chapters. I can't do this shit for long.
I feel like Jujutsu Kaisen is the exception to the dialogue chapter rule because it does give enough. And for me, at least, I feel like it informs the rest of the plot quite well. And it really does. It does a good job of explaining its power system.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely for a reason. And I definitely feel like once the dialogue is over with, you're going to see some shit. But god damn, it's a lot of dialogue.
I wouldn't be surprised if you see like an actual culling game board game emerge from this series if that doesn't exist already. They've explained rule sets so fucking well here that it's got to be in the works.
Probably. After watching this series, I don't ever want to play a Jujutsu Kaisen game because I would just get mad. I'd get mad as hell at every single player, at every single character, because of how wild and ridiculous their powers would be. You imagine if a motherfucker picked Tojo and you just spamming the teleportation shit? Or like you pick Higuruma and now you got a court case and now you gotta like button mash in order to get out of some shit. Like guilty of some shit.
It turns into an RPG.
Yeah, like, oh my God. Yeah, nah, because I just thought of the one person that if they were in the game, I would just quit. And y'all know who I'm talking about, Mr. Gamble, Mr. Vegas.
Gary.
Yeah, nah.
Why are you mad, bro?
If anybody pick him, I quit. I'm throwing the controller. I'm not playing that motherfucker.
Run the chances, bro. Roll the dice.
Nah.
They not loaded, I promise.
Nah, they loaded.
Hey, I made them myself. You know they straight. Come on, baby.
Hell no. I'm good. But yeah, that's that. What about y'all?
Right.
I don't have one.
Y'all have one?
Ain't nothing really moved me like that this week.
Okay, that's fair.
I caught up to Versus, the latest Versus. That's the other series by one. It was pretty good.
I gotta read it. I gotta start.
Again, the whole premise is all these different worlds where humanity has this one unbeatable enemy. They merge into this one planet, or I guess it's like one area of the planet, and the goal is to basically pitch each unbeatable enemy against the other unbeatable enemy, and it's pretty insane as a concept, but I'm enjoying it a lot. That was my favorite chapter this week. Martial Master Asami, I feel like this week was kind of a bye week for it. Like they're literally setting up the next arc right now, which is pretty messed up too. It's like, did you guys read the latest chapter of that one?
I didn't, but I don't mind the spoiler.
Nah, that's not my way. But it was a good chapter. Yeah, that was me. Just Versus. All right.
Okay.
Time to figure out who needs therapy.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Full disclosure, I go to therapy, but that's neither. It's not for this. It's for something else. I'm kidding. I do go to therapy though. Hey, Matt. No, all jokes aside, like get your mentals right. Get your mentals start. Or get your mentals right.
Yes, indeed.
All right, so Matthew, you said you wanted to start?
Yeah, so took the 16 personalities quiz, came out. I got mine as the protagonist, ENFJ. So hopped on Google, typed in the ENFJ protagonist, then anime characters, whatever, see what matched up. Got a pretty long list. I'm not gonna run y'all through all of them, and I'm not gonna lie to you, that might have been a lie. So we're gonna go out the gate with the wild ones, at least for me. Wasn't expecting Makima.
Okay.
Wasn't also expecting from the same series, Pochita.
Okay.
Thought that was weird. Another one that was a little surprising to me. I got Hans Grimmer.
Damn.
From Monster?
Yeah.
Like you got Hans?
Superman Hans?
Yeah. With Mr. Grimmer. Yeah. Right. Steiner. The great Steiner.
Yeah, we all got monster characters.
Yeah.
I can neither confirm nor deny that legally.
Oh,
my attorney has advised me.
Never mind.
I got Sanji. I got Minato.
You
I
want to
got
talk
Hugh.
about Sanji real quick, or
No,
what
I'm gonna keep
aspect?
skating.
What aspect of Sanji's personality?
I have no idea. I don't know. But I also got Shanks, which I thought was
That's a
Damn, you
good
got
one.
Shanks.
yeah. Last ones. I got Jonathan Joestar,
Nice.
and I got a real motherfucking hero, Lamillion. That's right, guys.
I
You
know
should have
you
led
had
with
me.
that one. We know
That's
that
right.
made your fucking week.
I'm a real hero. Fuck is you talking about? What?
That's why you fuck with him. So I feel that. I'm happy. I'm happy you got
A
him.
real hero.
Me too.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
No, nigga, he gave his powers up and still was giving out the work. It wasn't about the powers, bro. It's about the smile. Y'all niggas wasn't there.
I feel that.
It's like he was so hype and got choked up. He got choked up like he really was there. He really was there.
I feel like he's like still like holding the fist, like he can't let it go. He can't let it go.
So much passion, bro.
I respect.
Oh shit. I'm gonna actually pass it to the person who brought this to us in the first place. Coachman, it is on you.
Oh, man, okay. All right, it's my turn. Okay, so look. A lot of my people.
Whoa, I don't like this.
What? I didn't even say that.
I don't gotta cut him off quick, dog. Like, let him get a word out.
Nigga said, so look.
That's all it took.
Okay.
I got INFP. All right. INFPA if you want to get specific. So the people I got Dr. Tenma.
Okay.
That's nice.
Yeah, I got Dr. Tenma. I got Mob. I got Gara.
Wait, real quick. Which Dr. Tenma?
Monster?
Yeah, that's a good question. The main character from Monster.
Okay.
Main character, Dr. Tenma from Monster. Mob, Gara. I got Gohan.
Okay.
Damn, you got niggas who are like always in some type of moral crisis.
I guess that's what I'm saying. I like this list. Look, I got the Sailor JoJo. I got fucking Totoro.
You got Josuke?
I got the Sailor.
Yeah.
I got Kaiji. I got Yugoslav Muto. Who the fuck is that? I don't know who that is. And I got fucking Zeref. Zeref Dragon from fucking Fairy Tail. I said okay. Just grab a villain just to be sure and shit. Have some. Who is this nigga? Why did I? It's a nigga Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know who this is.
We're not looking at your list, Bryce. I think
it's supposed to be Yugi. I think it's supposed to be Yugi, but it was like autocorrect. So I would just say Yugi. All right. So that's my list. I got nice niggas that turn up when in emotional crisis. That's who I got. I don't like it. It is what it is.
Save your grandpa, bro.
Yugi.
All right. TJ, what you got, man?
I got INFJT, so that's introvert, intuitive, feeling, judgment, turbulent. Basically summarize, I'm the advocate type. As far as anime characters that I match with, I got Tsugikini Yoriichi, basically the inventor of sun breathing. I got Future Trunks.
Okay.
I got Uchiha Itachi.
Oh.
I got Deku.
All right.
Okay.
I got Yuta Okotsu.
You got some bangers.
I got one dude from Tokyo Avengers, which y'all didn't watch. We don't need to rehash it.
Why Tokyo Avengers? I just didn't finish it.
I got Mitsuya Takashi, basically one of the commanders of Tokyo Manjikai. And like ends up kind of taking Harumichi under his wing. But or Hanamichi under his wing. Yeah, and then I just focused on the good. There were some not so reputable characters that showed up who I also apparently share this personality with, but we don't need to go there. But yeah, it was interesting seeing how many anime characters kind of identify as like being introverted and such. And I guess turbulent to a certain degree. But this was a fun little exercise to do, honestly. I think we should revisit this at some point as well too. But yeah.
Yes, it did. This is fun.
All right. Anybody got any other ones that they left off?
I got Belly Laser. Kidding.
I was about to say what?
Kidding.
You know, another cool one I had that I didn't mention. I got Ling from Fullmetal Alchemist.
Oh, that's a good one.
But I also got Hughes, so I was like, it made me sad.
Yeah, he was the guy I was thinking about last week when we were talking about dads.
Yep.
Yeah.
When you realized that in the group chat, that shit was hilarious.
I also got Ken Kaneki and the sleepy nigga from Demon Slayer. Bruh. Emotional target.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, there's a thing.
I got Nagato. I got fucking pain.
Honorable mention for me was Android 16.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That's a nice one though. I wouldn't be mad at that.
Yeah, that's
apparently don't bring Goku around me.
True player for real.
Who the fuck would be Goku? I feel like that's kind of just some scary shit to see Goku on this.
Your prime objective is strength.
And you beating up anybody that's strong.
Yeah. I'm scrolling down the list because I still have the tab open. I got Tosen from Bleach. And I also have Sensui from Yu Yu Hakusho. All right.
Wow, that's interesting.
That's a very interesting. That's a very interesting.
Not the most egregious one, I will say, on this list, though.
You're right.
Yeah,
but it is pretty damning.
Yeah, it's not great.
I got the main character from Parasite and the main character from Beastars.
I never got into Beastars. I tried.
I also got Rengoku, Tanjiro, and Doma.
Nice. You got Doma?
I got Tanjiro's dad on mine.
Nice. I got Alphonse Eric. Okay. I got
that's a solid one.
Okay, this was fun. I'm strong. Oh, I got Rocinante. I got Don Quixote Rocinante. That makes me happy. That's a good one. R.I.P. Rocinante.
Well, any final thoughts, fellas?
Man, get a nigga heartbroken, make a nigga. I need to have more painful experiences so I get raw.
Wait, what? All right. He read it.
This nigga said, huh? Like he didn't say what he just said. All right.
Like he didn't hear himself.
Okay. I found a terrible one. I got the weird nigga from Perfect Blue. Okay.
Cool. So next week gonna be very thin in terms of anime. I mean, in terms of manga. To my knowledge, we're only gonna have Hajime no Ippo.
No, Ippo's on break.
I mean, no, you're right. You're not even getting.
I think we're only going to get Chainsaw Man and Sakamoto Days.
Sakamoto Days, yeah. So we only have Chainsaw Man and Sakamoto Days next week. And our topic of the week is, what is something that we wish Western comics could learn from manga, and vice versa? What is something we think manga could learn from Western comics? So we'll have that open discussion next week. And with that, you guys will see us over in the Combat Sports episode. However, I would be remiss if we did not do our plugs. You can find me at Matt Hambrick. That's MATTHAMBRIC, wherever you like to get your social media. TJ.
I'm gonna hit you guys with the regular voice today. Psych! It doesn't matter what type of voice I use. You can find me on Instagram at Tuss4Skate. That's TUSS4_SKATE. Bryce, brother.
You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Instagram. I'm gonna say it twice so you know. You can find me on Instagram. Third time. You can find me at AXE_ONCA. That's Ashe_Onsa. AXE_ONCA. Where can they find us? Where can they find us? Where can they find us?
So
where? Tell me now. Tell me,
fucking dumb.
Tell me.
Man.
And they can, oh my God. They can find us at Now Mind You Podcast. Wherever you guys like to get your social media, and wherever you guys like to get your podcast. I hate these guys so much. We will see you guys in the Combat Sports episode. If not, we will see you guys next week. Peace out.
Man, peace. Have a great day. Man.
Hey.